bloody cameras.
Be seated. I will try to make this assembly quick, as I have several important announcements to make. In music, Henry Pethelswaite and Thomas Drinkwater have both passed their grade 6 clarinet and grade 7 piano respectively. Well done to them. Also, Mr. Harris is resurrecting the Jazz Cafe this spring term, so any pupils wishing to contribute to that event, please see in this break time. And also some sports news. Football, athletics, rowing? We do rowing? Rugby! Yes! Now, as I hope you all know, the first 15s have carried on their terrific unbeaten run, having beat Tiffin Schools and Sutherland School 35-10 and 17-3 respectively, by travelling up to Putney last weekend to take on Skinners in the quarter-final of the Daily Mail Cup. And I have with me this morning Master Deane, captain of the first 15s, to tell us how it all went. Now, as I'm sure that you will be sweating in anticipation to find out how we gave Skinners a good pummeling, I must make it necessary to mention that making it through to the quarter-finals of the Daily Mail Cup is no mean feat. And so without further ado, Master Deane.
So, as Sir said, we went to Putney to play Skinners at the weekend, and as he also said, it's not about the winning, it's about taking part. And, because they scored some tries against us, and we scored some tries against them. And, all in all, at the end of the day, points and figures essentially meaningless, like 25-3. Not that was our score. But I suppose it's that competitive element which is really the most important aspect of today, and in that respect, we're all winners, aren't we? In all honesty, it was probably, in hindsight, it was a bad idea to have the first team social the night before. We weren't all 100%, and one or two of us may have been a bit hungover before the match. But the most important thing is that we weren't fun, right? Isn't it?
What was the score?
Well, yesterday I told myself the last thing you want to do...
What was the score, Master Deane?
You see? 25-3?
To whom? To whom, Master Deane?
To them.
Have devolved the decision to a popular vote amongst the sixth formers. And it gives me great pleasure to announce that the head prefect for this year, 2010 to 2011, is Master Jonathan Walker! Unfortunately, Master Walker cannot be with us tonight, and so in his place we will have the runner-up of the competition, a Master Adam Wilson, to say a few words in his place. If you would, Adam Wilson. person, as he is currently in Barbados, having been selected as part of the biennial cricket tour team. I, on the other hand, was not. So I'm still here, in Tunbridge. But why did Johnny deserve to have his name added to such a prestigious list of old boys, the names of which include Nobel Prize winners, war heroes and athletes? Why was Johnny Walker, the same boy who threw up all over Mr. Cohen's shoes at the last sixth form party, elected our head prefect? Proving, if nothing else, that when natural ability and determination fail, popularity never will. Johnny Walker. Really? The same Johnny Walker who decided in year 11 to name all of his abdominal muscles. He's our head prefect. Really? But I suppose Johnny represented a change in our society, whilst previously head boys were chosen due to their effort and behaviour in the school. Johnny has managed to tear down those barriers. Here, in this new society, no matter how crass, puerile, or inept you may be, you can still rise to great positions. Isn't that right, Headmaster? This is something all feel proud of, if not a little disgusted. We couldn't care less about your grades or your extracurricular activities. No, tell a dick joke or two and you're in. It's just one big popularity contest, isn't it? Haven't we acted maturely today? Not content were we with electing Johnny into the sixth form council twice last year on the promise of fitter girls in the sixth form and chocolate for all. No, we really outdid ourselves this time, didn't we? Who gives a toss about your contribution to the school when there's a piss off at the plough and your name's on the guest list? Not that I'm trying to belittle Johnny. Oh no, I've frequently been told of his exploits at all the parties he quite generously hosts. I mean, normally I would follow this up recounting that famous time that Johnny woke up next to the toilet with 2 bottles of Sambuca and a lampshade on his head. But unlike what seems the entire sixth form, I wasn't invited. So my memory might be a little bit hazy. I'm told it was good fun, endlessly in fact. And it seems odd that whilst you can remember how Lottie got off with Adam, or that Tom fell into the pond, none of you can remember that my birthday was last Tuesday. Where are you bastards then? It was fine lover down the school. You remembered when there was the promise of a tub of celebrations. But no, maybe I'm just overreacting. I suppose I should be thankful for my achievements so far. I've recently been made co-treasurer for the school's eco-team council. Deputy co-treasurer. I've recently been made deputy co-treasurer for the school's eco-team council, along with all 7 others who applied. So I guess I have a lot to be proud of. But how can one feel proud when one is still considered at a lower level than a man who boasts his biceps have their own gravitational pull? How can one feel proud? Stay in your seats until the prefects dismiss you. Lead out from the back.